Welcome to Soulfully Balanced, a soul food cooking channel where I prepare some of your favorite old school dishes in a healthier, kinder, and a more gentle way without losing any of the flavor or satisfaction. I want to start out by saying that this is not a vegetarian or a vegan channel, although personally I don't eat pork, red meat, or poultry. What I believe is that those items are not a requirement to make your food delicious. Our ancestors only ate meat on special occasions and in the winter months when fresh fruit and vegetables ran out. However, meat was not the centerpiece of their daily diets. Not only that, today's meat and poultry has been injected with steroids and hormones to make the animal grow larger and faster, which in turn makes you and your children grow larger and faster. The average age of puberty has been decreasing in Western cultures for decades. Girls in the United States begin puberty approximately 3 months earlier every decade since the 1970s. And at the beginning of the 20th century, females would get their period at around 16 or 17. Now it begins around the age of 12 or 13. The average age for boys also changes at around 15 in 1968. But in 2019, it is 13. It isn't a coincidence that that's around the time hormones began to be added to meat. Having said all of that, I want to talk a little bit about the concept that a lot of people are not familiar with. It's called the karma-free diet. And I want to tell you why it's relevant to those people, myself included, who love old school soul food. So, what is karma? Karma is a concept that's older than the Bible, and it's actually the forerunner of the principle of reaping what you sow. So, I define the karma-free diet as a conscious dietary approach that emphasizes kindness and compassion for all living beings by avoiding as much as possible harming these beings. It emphasizes kindness and it cultivates gratitude for the food that we do consume. Using these practices promotes physical and spiritual health. Let me explain. When we experience fear, our bodies initiate what's called the fight or flight response. This involves the release of various hormones. Two of these key hormones are adrenaline, which is also known as epinephrine, and cortisol. Adrenaline is released by the adrenal glands as a response to fear or stress. It raises the heart rate, it raises your respirations, blood pressure, and energy levels, preparing your body for immediate action. It also sharpens focus and enhances physical performance. During times of perceived danger, these hormones are secreted. The hormone cortisol, often referred to as the stress hormone, is also released by the adrenal glands in response to fear or stress. It regulates blood sugar levels and suppresses your immune system. It also increases metabolism. It plays a vital role in the body's response to stress, mobilizing energy and promoting survival. Obviously, all animals do experience fear before and during slaughter, depending on the method. Most meat purchased by large chain grocery stores is from animals that are absolutely not humanely slaughtered. The elevated adrenaline and cortisol levels in these meat products has a negative effect on us, both physical and spiritually. Studies suggest that consuming meat from these animals also increases the levels of these hormones in our own bodies. This can lead to higher levels of stress, inflammation, and metabolic imbalances. From a spiritual perspective, when we eat animals that have experienced fear during the slaughtering process, we are eating and digesting the fear that these animals experienced by consuming the fear hormones. We are taking on the karma of that animal's slaughter, usually by very inhumane methods, the result of which may include anxiety, depression, and spiritual consequences. So now you can see why choosing ethically sourced, humanely, compassionately slaughtered meat, as well as adopting a mostly plant-based diet, may be the best option to consider. And that, my friend, is the purpose of my channel. Much love.